Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm basically just opening up my personal notes to walk you through a concept that, I'm not kidding, completely saved my sanity in IT operations. We're talking about AIOps. If you are just so tired of constantly putting out fires, this one's definitely for you. Let's dive in. So, does this sound painfully familiar? You get that dreaded call. It's 2 a.m., a server is down. Or how about spending hours, and I mean hours, just sifting through endless logs trying to find one tiny little error? Manual log checks, sapareshan, right? I mean, we've all been there. It's frustrating, it's exhausting, and let's be real, it's a completely outdated way to manage modern IT.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the real-world problems we all know and hate. Then I'll introduce you to AIOps, which is the smart solution we've been waiting for. We'll dig into the 4 pillars that make it all work, stack it up against the traditional approach, and then I'll give you a practical guide to actually get started. By the end of this, you'll be all set to kick off your own AIOps journey.
Okay, first up, let's just get real about the daily grind, the assley problems of IT life. And to really make it hit home, I'm going to share a quick before and after story from my own experience.
This slide, man, this just sums it all up, doesn't it? Before AIOps, a server would go down in the middle of the night, and my morning would kick off with a flood of angry user tickets. It was just pure chaos. But after AIOps, it's a whole different world. I get an alert the moment an anomaly is detected. Vratkoye lerjaya. A lot of the time, the system just fixes it automatically, before a single user even has a clue something was wrong. That is the game-changing shift from reactive to proactive.
So, that brings us right to the hero of our story, AIOps. What is this thing really? What's the magic behind it?
To put it super simply, AIOps, that's AI for IT operations, is the line between fixing problems after they happen and actually preventing them before they even start. It uses artificial intelligence to watch your systems 24/7, predict potential issues, and a lot of the time, fix them automatically before you've even had your morning coffee.
Okay, so how does it actually do all that? Well, it's not magic, I promise. It's a really solid process built on 4 key pillars. Let's break them down.
Here they are, the big 4: data collection, pattern recognition, prediction, and finally, automation. You can kind of think of it like a domino effect. Each step feeds into the next, making the whole system smarter and way more powerful.
So it all starts with data collection. This is the bedrock, the foundation. An AIOps platform literally pulls in everything from your entire network. We're talking logs, performance metrics, system events, you name it, and consolidates it all into one central place. This gives you that single source of truth you need for real-time monitoring.
All right, next up is pattern recognition. Now this is where the AI part really starts to shine. The system takes all that data it's collecting and it just learns. It learns what normal looks like for your specific environment. That way, the moment something deviates from that normal pattern, it gets flagged instantly. The system just automatically gets it like, hey, ye normal nahi hai.
So once the AI has a solid grasp of what's normal, it can start making some pretty smart predictions. By analyzing all that historical data, it can actually forecast future events. It can tell you things like, get ready for a massive traffic spike tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., Kal subah 9 baje traffic spike hoga. This means you can scale up your resources before things crash, not scramble to fix them after. And the final piece of the puzzle, automation. This is where the system actually takes action. It can do things like automatically restart a failing service, create a help desk ticket with all the relevant info, and ping the right person on your team. It completely closes the loop, going from just detecting an issue to resolving it, often without a human lifting a finger. So now, let's put it all side by side. I really want you to see the huge contrast between the old, traditional way of doing things and the new AIOps approach. This is where you see the real difference it makes in your actual day-to-day work.
Just take a look at this breakdown. With traditional IT management, you're always playing catch-up, right? You're reactive, fixing stuff after it breaks. The monitoring is manual and just eats up so much of your time. You're juggling a dozen different tools, data is scattered everywhere, which, of course, means it's super prone to human error. And let's be honest, true 24/7 monitoring by a human team? It's pretty much impossible. But with AIOps, the whole script flips. It's proactive, it's automated, and all your data is unified on one platform. It's AI-driven for incredible accuracy, and it gives you that effortless, automatic, 24/7 monitoring you've always wanted.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds amazing in theory, but how do you actually start? Well, the good news is it's way more achievable than you might think. Here's a practical, step-by-step guide you can use to get going today.
Look, it really boils down to 5 key steps. First, set up your data collection. Get your SNMP, your syslog, all your metrics, get it all flowing into one place. Second, you have to define your baseline. Just let the AI sit and learn your system's normal behavior for, say, 2 to 4 weeks. Third, set up your alerts to go wherever your team lives. Slack, WhatsApp, email, whatever. Fourth, start adding in some automation for the common, repetitive problems. And fifth, and this part never really stops, you continuously improve the system. You teach it, you tune it, and you reduce those false positives over time.
And to help you get started, here are a few tools I've personally used and can vouch for. Grafana with Prometheus is totally free and honestly fantastic for beginners. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. At the other end of the spectrum, you have something like Dynatrace. It's an absolute enterprise beast. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's unbelievably powerful. Easy 9 out of 10. My personal favorite though, a custom setup using a tool called NNN. It's a free workflow automation tool, and it's just so flexible. You can build exactly what you need. For that, it gets a 9.5 for me.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's bring it all home and wrap this up with the key takeaways you need to start your own AIOps journey. If you remember anything, remember this. AIOps is not some sci-fi future technology. It is here right now, and I genuinely believe every single IT team can benefit from it. The key is that you don't have to boil the ocean. You can start small. Use free tools like Grafana just for monitoring. Use something like N8N to automate a couple of simple tasks. Then, as you get more comfortable, you can gradually add that powerful AI layer on top.
And look, if you take away only one single thing from everything we've talked about, please let it be this. Time bachega. And I mean bahut zyada. You will save so much time. Time that you can finally spend on cool new projects and innovation instead of just constantly fighting fires.
And that just leaves me with one final question for you. When you're no longer spending your days chasing down tiny issues and your nights worrying about servers going down, what will you build with all of that time you save? Think about that. Thanks so much for joining me today.